So the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 trailer dropped today. Now, I will say this. This looks like one hell of a good time at the box office. If you've never seen the first two Sonic the Hedgehog movies, you're missing out. Um, I do think that they course corrected when when they released that very first trailer, which seems like eons ago, and Sonic looked like a hedgehog on acid. Everybody was like, no. So they delayed the movie for about 6 months. The director was like, we heard you. We're gonna give you what you want. And boy, did they. That first Sonic the Hedgehog movie was amazing. Jim Carrey is amazing in it. And then you follow that up with Sonic the Hedgehog 2, introducing Tails and Knuckles to the mix. Now, I will say this. I think they should have they did the best they could with the Angel Island storyline. The first three Sonic the Hedgehogs video games, for instance, Sonic the Hedgehog video games, singular, not plural, Joe. Anyway, they were a conducive storyline. In fact, if you've picked up the Sonic Anniversary Collection, like I have on Switch, people say there's a lot wrong with that, and there is, but I love those games. I like Sonic more than I do Mario. Um, but they've changed it to where those first three video games are one conducive story. They connect with one another, and I like the idea of they pretty much took Sonic 2 and pretty much combined it with Sonic 3. Because in the video games, yes, Eggman does team up with Knuckles. He does pull the wool over Knuckles' eyes and make him think what he's doing is right when it's actually wrong. And he steals the big emerald, the big Master Emerald. But you still have to, in the video games, you have, especially with Sonic 3, you have to get all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Then you have to go through, once you do that, and get all 7 Master Emeralds. So, or yeah, 7 Master Emeralds, big emeralds. Um, and then, yes, you turn into Super Sonic and all that, just like in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the movie. But overall, I mean, I think they could have went a little bit more in-depth video, leaned into the video game lore, and it looks like that's what they're doing for the third one. I think they realize that, hey, we're now entering into, we did the first 3 video games, now it's time to enter into the Sonic Adventure series, and that's what they're doing here with Shadow the Hedgehog. The little girl is that you see pressing her hand up against the tank that Shadow is in is the niece of Dr. Robotnik. So apparently Dr. Robotnik had a sister or a brother, whatever the case. I'm not too familiar with the lore because I never really did play the adventure games, but basically she is the granddaughter of the older Robotnik that we saw Jim Carrey playing at the end of the trailer here for Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And they're sticking to it looks like they're going to somewhat stick to that lore again by having the granddaughter or his Robotnik's niece introduced. We're getting fat Dr. Robotnik. This is what I've wanted. In the first one, I was like, oh my God, he's too skinny. And he's got hair. And then with the second one, they dropped the hair. Now it's looked like, okay, we're going to get full on Dr. Robotnik. Yes, I know people call him Eggman. He's called Eggman over in Japan, but to me, he will always be Dr. Ivo Robotnik. I think Eggman is too stupid and childish. But anyway, this trailer, Keanu Reeves joining the mix as Shadow. He comes across badass. I can't wait to see it. I hope they do the storyline with the video games justice. I really do. And I'm interested to see if we get a second trailer. A lot of people were pushing for this trailer. A lot of people were clamoring for it. Paramount Pictures even released a video yesterday of them putting the 8-bit logos for Sonic and Shadow and Tails and Knuckles and Eggman, Robotnik, whatever you want to call him. I call him Robotnik. But anyway, Robotnik above, like, they had him blasted on the Eiffel Tower in France, and Space Needle in Seattle and the Empire State Building in New York, which they could have faked that trailer. I don't know if anybody has any proof that those things actually existed yesterday. Show them to me, because to me, that trailer looks like a bunch of AR graphics set over, stock footage of people shooting landmarks with their cell phones. And then you put a bunch of music. It's not hard to make a trailer like that today, folks. Photoshop could do that. Um, but yeah, Sonic 3 coming out in December. Mufasa, you got your work cut out for you. I have no urge to see the Mufasa movie. I really don't. I did not like the quote unquote live action Lion King, the CGI Lion King. I hated it. I thought it was so stupid. Um, and so I have no urge to see Mufasa. I probably will go see Craven, because from the trailer, Craven actually looked pretty good. It's not going to have Spider Man in it, but and it's not going to lead to anything anywhere unless they finally decide to pull the trigger, because Sony has the rights to the character and actually put Spider Man in something. But alas, they're probably not. Um, in fact, a huge rumor came out yesterday that they're doing Spider Man 4. It's going to be called Homeworlds with Tom Holland, where he travels the multiverse, and it's supposed to be set in between uh, Avengers Doomsday and almost said Kang Dynasty. Avengers Doomsday and Avengers Secret Wars. Wars. God, I can't talk today for some reason. But it also could be a prequel. You could. I'm so sick of. I can't not wait for this multiverse thing to end. They blundered it so bad. Now you got word that Ultron's coming. But anyway, let's get back to Sonic 3. It looks good. It took them this long to give us a trailer for it, which maybe kind of worries me. But that trailer is awesome. You three are a colorful bunch with, Keanu Reeves doing the voice of Shadow the Hedgehog. It's awesome. And I can't wait to go see it. And we will see you down